The Rock's Sporting Rumble, powered by John Bull. Mull's.
How do you stop a juggernaut?
Nick Ratto.
Like a blind man in a brothel just left groping.
John Day.
Put him in the circuit! Put him somewhere! And the old legs got the pain!
Oh, we're past you, dickhead! Stevie Wonder is in now!
Oh! Yes! Yes!
So it's very easy to be exposed if you don't have your mate up your backside.
This is the
Sporting Rumble.
Yes, it certainly is. Welcome along after an extended 4-day break between podcasts. Nick Ratto, John Day, Andrew Mulligan. Tuesday, February 9th. And gentlemen, this is kind of like a bridging podcast, Nick, where we reset because we're going to record earlier in the week and release it, obviously, that day of, instead of like crashing into the weekend and people have got stuff to do.
That's right. So the idea is to basically get a maximum effort for our podcast, or maximum listening time for our podcast, because we were doing basically a preview show and the weekend was almost over.
Yeah. By the time a lot of people got around to listening to it, the stuff we were talking about had happened, which is always quite good when you can really analyse how much crap people are talking when the stuff's already happened that they're trying to preview.
We should have called the podcast Hindsight.
Sporting Hindsight.
Sporting Hindsight.
I can see what athletes are talking about with tight turnarounds, though. You know how some rugby league teams play Sunday and then Friday? Tough to back up that quickly.
Yeah, my hamstring's feeling a bit tight already. Just from just from like 4 days ago.
You want producer Ryan to give you some deep tissue?
I think I need an ice bath.
Yeah, nice.
In between,
I need my lymph nodes drained, Ryan. Can you get in there? Get that yellow liquid out.
The little you do pay me is not enough to get near your sloppy carcass.
A lymph node drainage.
All right, then, fine. We'll continue on with the podcast then, Ryan. No guest today, but we do have hot knives. Nick, you have an unfortunate, maybe tall tale with Kyle Jamieson?
Yes, a very tall tale with Kyle Jamieson, and also a mate of mine having a Super Bowl howler. So all that to come yet on the podcast.
Producer Ryan, you also shot your load, I guess we could say, into Tom Brady's DMs. We will have Tom Brady on the show.
We might have Tom Brady on the show.
We won't have Tom Brady on the show, but we will talk about producer Ryan's efforts to catfish Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But right now we'll have question time as well with producer Ryan, as we always do. But let's get into it, John. Hot knives.
All right.
John Day's Hot Knives.
Look out. Coming in hot.
Coming in real hot.
Yeah.
Because there's a problem, fellas, and we need to sort it out.
Okay.
It's at the top of the
Is it
order for the
climate
Black
change?
Caps. Oh, mate. Listen to Magic Talk, and no, there's no climate change. So that's sweet. We're all good. The Black Caps, about T20 cricket. We've previously said that we don't really care.
Yes.
But it's all we've got at the moment. Super Smash going into the 5-match series against the Aussies, and this year we've got a World Cup. So we're taking it seriously. And right up the top of the order, Tim Seifert, awesome.
Yep.
Great. He's the new Brendan McCullum. He's awesome. So we've got no problem there. But who should partner him at the top of the order? You've got Martin Guptill, world class in white ball cricket for years, for about a decade. He's unreal. His record speaks for itself. 94 games, average of about 32, strike rate of 134. But can't buy a run at the moment in the Super Smash. And even in international cricket, when we've seen him in white ball cricket this summer, has really, really struggled. And then you got a young 21-year-old from Wellington, Finn Allen. He's not really from Wellington.
No, he's Auckland.
Exactly, yeah. But he's found a new lease of life.
He's probably from South Africa, to be honest. If the Black Caps.
They all are, aren't they?
And we got Devon Conway.
Exactly.
And Colin Munro, who I was going to bring out as well. So you got Finn Allen, Martin Guptill, and Colin Munro. Colin Munro, 5th best player in the Big Bash League this summer. Big Bash has got a lot of good players. He's played against the Aussies already, shown he can smash them everywhere. So who are you picking at the top of the order? Guptill, Allen or Munro?
Mine's just a quick question, Nick, before your theory. Do the Aussies, because they're not going to South Africa, are they going to send their full T20 squad because they were going to split it?
Yeah.
So the Black Caps were going to have this sort of, I guess, Matthew Wade-led lesson T20 strength squad.
Yeah. No, Steve Smith and Dave Warner are too scared to come to New Zealand, even though it's been more than a year since they cheated. So they asked not to come. And so all of their top line players aren't coming. So it's a great opportunity, isn't it? Maybe to blood someone. But Martin Guptill's been so good. And if you can get Martin Guptill back into form for the T20 World Cup, I mean, nothing better, is it, than seeing Guppy keeping that head down, straight driving for 6. But Finn Allen, have you guys caught some of his batting so far this summer?
What's your theory, Nick?
Just incredible.
So the theory is, so we have got a few South Africans in the team, right?
Yes.
So I think what we do is we get as many as we can in because we can get them up front and playing really well, but we don't play them in the crunch times. South Africa in cricket, very renowned for not making it past the semi-finals.
Yes.
So we bring Martin Guptill in there. If we can get some sort of getting Martin in form before the crunch time.
So you go Colin Munro, given he's South African.
Yes.
Play him for most of the games that don't matter.
Yes.
And then when they do, bring in Martin Guptill.
Yes.
And just say Finn Allen for another day.
No, I think bring in, if Martin Guptill, this is the thing. If Martin Guptill isn't ready, then you need someone who's just not going to think about it and just go.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's got to be, you got to have like that blissful youth type situation. That's why you get all the 18-year-olds to take penalties in the World Cup final. It's because they're just not thinking about it.
They've got no baggage.
They've got no baggage.
They just come. Yeah, but Martin Guptill's always been a guy who said that, form doesn't matter because class is permanent. And isn't that the case with cricket? You just one day, you're just going to score runs again?
Yeah, but it's so quick. Like T20 cricket is just... you have to be on literally either on the back foot or on the front foot straight away. There's no way you can noodle it around a little bit and work your way into an innings.
If you have 3 dot balls in T20,
you're like,
that's going to start a chant of boring.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Man, it's a real difficult one though, isn't it? Because it's a tiny squad they're going to pick. I think it's 13, so there's not really room for everyone. And geez, it would be rough to chuck out Martin Guptill now, but
totally.
The more Finn Allen scores runs,
but
the more you got to pick him.
But I love a spinner opening the bowling. I love a wicket keeper up the top order. I want something. Let's do something different. Put Jameson, open with Jameson.
Yeah. I remember one year that Simon Doull got so annoyed at his openers, he put himself in as an opener in like the Shell Trophy.
Yeah, him and Dan Vittori used to open for Northern.
Yeah, at the batting.
Yeah, really?
Reverse the order.
Yeah.
Oh, reverse the order. I'd love that.
Reverse the order's great. Do it.
I'm holding on to Guptill.
Okay.
I'm holding on to him. You're going Munro because he's South African.
Yep.
And Mel's, it sounds like you're going Finn Allen.
Yes, I am. Finn Allen.
Yeah.
He's on fire at the moment.
And it sounds
he's
like
played at all the grounds.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
Sounds like one word. It sounds like a Scottish whiskey.
Yeah.
Finn Allen.
Finn Allen.
Sounds like Conor McGregor's.
It sounds like what the sound effect that happened with a late cut, like a Finn Allen bit down to third man.
Down to third man for 4. All right, so none of us have the same answer. Good luck, Black Caps selectors.
Canterbury Mafia, whoever's from Canterbury.
Yeah, none of those guys are. So hence the problem.
Oh, this is why
there's no obvious choice. Tom Brady, incredible. He's won more Super Bowls himself than any other team has in history. 43 years old. But this talk of him being the GOAT of the GOATs is absolutely ridiculous.
Shut it down.
So what? He's the greatest sportsman of all time.
Look, he's the most successful sportsman of his sport.
Of a sport where only one country plays it.
He's easily, arguably outside of like kickers and punters, he's easily the most unathletic player in the NFL.
Yes.
Like he's 43, he takes good care of his body, great care of his body, but he's not athletic.
No.
In comparison to what is running around out there around him.
And it's a niche sport worldwide.
Totally.
If you're a 43-year-old and can dominate your sport, your sport isn't that good. I'm sorry. I think you had Tiger Woods winning the Masters when he was 43 years old.
Yeah.
Golf isn't very athletic, is it?
No.
And being a quarterback
Golf
in American
sucks.
football, you don't have to be that athletic. Amazing, awesome what he's done, and incredible because that is their rugby over there, isn't it? Everyone loves it. It's their national sport. So in America, they might be saying he's the GOAT of the GOATs, but surely a guy like Jordan is more of a GOAT. Yeah.
Who else has won 7? No one. Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
Is he your GOAT?
He was, yeah.
He took incredible care of his body.
Isn't he?
So much so he tried to hide it for years. Do we have any stats in credible music? Because I got a stat for you about Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, okay.
I'll make
Here
this
we go.
sporting money.
Bring it in.
Here we go.
Look at this.
Here we go.
The Sporting Rumble.
Stats incredible.
Yes, I love it.
Stats, incredible.
So, Wayne Gretzky, did you know with Wayne Gretzky, and I only got told this yesterday and I haven't verified it, so it may not be true. But if you took it, because they count points and he's the greatest point scorer in all of hockey history, right? So you get assists, you get a point for an assist. If you took away all the goals he scored from that total of points, he'd still be the greatest the point scorer in the history of the NHL.
Wow.
There you go. Stats incredible.
Wow. That's blowing my mind, Nick. Stats amazing.
That's fantastic.
Stats fantastic.
Stats fantastic. fantastic. But also Wayne Gretzky, an amazing. He's got to be up there with one of the goats, right? So who's your big sort of goat?
Well, I think the goat of the goats is Michael Jordan, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, basketball is an amazing sport played by every country in the world, and you have to do everything. You have to defend, you have to score. You know, in American football, you're just chucking the ball, or you're just blocking someone, or you're just receiving. You do one job.
But here's the thing. Pele, 3 World Cups in terms of world games. That's over 12 years.
I don't respect soccer. I mean, it's the global game outside of
Messi
New
and
Zealand.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Not the fat one.
Yeah. I mean, he's in my top 5, but he's not my go to the goats. But he's your go to the goats.
Yeah, I reckon, because it's just that time, like Olympic athletes, I think, as well. You got Phelps as well.
Simone Biles.
Yes.
Yeah, Biles is awesome.
Serena Williams.
Yes.
Serena's amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of people up there ahead of Tom Brady.
Nadal, Djokovic.
And just finally, Nick Kyrgios. I love him. I love Nick Kyrgios.
He has now gone to the point where he is gone towards actually being the good guy more often than he is the dick.
Yes.
So every time he's a dick now, you're going, classic old Nick.
Yeah.
Give him a couple of days, he'll be great, Nick.
Yeah.
How did he do it? Because a few years ago, just the sight of him would make me wild. But now, he's my favourite tennis player, given Federer hasn't played for ages.
Yeah.
Nick Kyrgios, amazing. Do you think he is capable of winning a slam?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
Just
so.
because he's not good enough at tennis?
He's gifted, but I think 2 weeks is a long time. A slam is hard.
Yes, yeah, totally. And I think also as well, he spends so much time fielding questions about other stuff outside of tennis that he can't work on his game.
It is a mental game.
Yeah.
And his wick is very short.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be amazing if it was him versus Djokovic in the final of the Aussie Open?
Oh,
And he
It'd be
wins.
so good.
yeah.
Because
And he
Djokovic
takes his top off to celebrate.
Yes, I love that comment. Like, because Djokovic came out recently, if you don't know, and said, I don't respect Nick Kyrgios off the court.
Yes.
And then Nick Kyrgios just goes, I can't respect anyone who parties topless during a pandemic.
See? That's Nick Kyrgios.
Kyrgios is amazing.
Yeah.
So, I've gone from hate to love, and I'm glad you all feel the same.
All right,
Yes.
we need to now hear about your tall tale with
Yes.
Black Caps phenom, the fast bowling sensation of the summer, Kyle Jamieson.
Yes. Okay. Well, strap in, boys. I remember. I think it was around about October last year. This was before Kyle Jamieson became sort of, the legend that he is now with his fantastic international outings. Remember he took that hat trick. It was against Central Stags, and it was that famous sort of off stump cartwheeling down the field, all that kind of stuff. So I got told by a person who will name, by Will Somerville.